I'll tell you the whole story, right?
Yo, this Trap Lil Ross situation just got way deeper than a YouTube documentary because FBG Duck's mother just reacted to Trap Lil Ross having a King Von tattoo, and then the internet is saying that the tattoo might not just be a tribute. They think it represents something much darker.
I'll tell you the whole story, right? Like, you know, when I made the Von documentary, I didn't expect it to be such a big thing. I feel like, you know, it's not really about me being obsessed with Von, but it's more kind of like that story of me covering Von, me digging into him and kind of exposing what he did, kind of changed my life.
Now, for context, Trap Lil Ross is one of the biggest rap documentary YouTubers online. He built a whole platform breaking down drill history, rap beefs.
His first bodies would have ever imagined that he would have been a famous recording artist. I mean, when Von came out of jail in was it end of 2017, started hanging around Dirk, he had said, I didn't have any interest in rapping. I was trying to get around Dirk and rob rappers.
Street politics and real life violence that ends up connected to music. But over time, people started questioning the line between reporting on trauma and turning trauma into content.
But Von says in his song Demon, it was like when he came out of that store and saw what his big homie White White killed, that's what turned him into a demon. His friend White White had bought him a pill for his birthday, and, you know, Von goes into a convenience store and he comes back out and White White's been killed. Seeing his friend laid out like that is what turned him into a demon and made him want to start killing people and catching bodies. So that's what turned him into a demon.
And this is where it gets uncomfortable. Trap Lil Ross previously made viral videos about King Von, FBG Duck, Lil Durk, NBA Youngboy, and different alleged street situations. But now fans are looking at the King Von tattoo and saying, hold on, why does this tattoo have skulls around it? Online, people are alleging that those skulls symbolize victims connected to Von's name. Again, that's not confirmed, that's just what fans are speculating. But imagine being FBG Duck's mother. You already lost your son, and you already had to watch the internet turn his death into debates, thumbnails, documentaries, and viral clips. And now you're sitting across from somebody who has your son's alleged killer viral tattooed on his body? That's not just awkward, that's painful. Before the interview even really starts, Mama Duck noticed the tattoo, and her reaction says everything. Because to fans, this was no longer just a journalist interviewing a grieving mother. It started looking like the person documenting the pain had become emotionally invested in the mythology around it. And that's why the internet is split. Some people are saying that Trap Lil Ross is just a rap historian documenting culture. Others are saying, nah, when you tattoo one of the most controversial figures from that story on your body, you're no longer just reporting. You're part of the conversation now. And for FBG Duck's mom, that tattoo wasn't just ink, it was a reminder. So now the question is, did Trap Lil Ross cross the line for documenting drill history to now glorifying it?
And I'm so glad, and I'm not knocking nobody's, because I'm not going to say this woman went in her child's ear. But I was in Duck, you know, every day. I was scared for him to go outside sometimes. Want the wrong influence to get around him and make him go behind somebody